Harambe YouTube, it's Charles here, and this is part 2 of bagging up and organizing these G.I. Joes I got from my buddy Steve. He wanted to get off of his collection, and he had 2 long boxes of comic books. So I've been going through, organizing them, and bagging up the G.I. Joes right now. We did, in the last video, all of these guys. So let's get into it. And I figure what we'll do is, while I bag them up, I'll just talk to you guys a little bit about me, about collecting, about life. Be conversational. Uh, yeah. So that being said, let's get into this. We're up to number 75. Actually, I found out we started at number 28, and with a few exceptions, it's pretty much sequentially here of the G.I. Joe Real American Hero series from 1984. So we got, looks like we have Baroness right here on the cover. Very good condition book. And the interesting thing about this series is that it is still ongoing. These books from 40 years ago are the same lineage of the G.I. Joe Real American Hero series that is still in print right now from Image/Skybound Comics. So you can get those at your local comic book store. I believe we're up there, 325, somewhere around there right now. This is a great cover, number 76, with Roadblock on the cover leading the charge. And we have, oh man, this is cool. In the back here, we have an advertisement for Metal Gear video game. Looks like this may have been in the Nintendo era. That shows you how far back these books go. Okay, and then we have number 77 in great condition. Looks like a fight scene between Lady J and one of the dreadnoughts here. This book is in, I would almost say, pristine condition. This is one of the better condition books that I've opened up here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any tears, no bends. Yeah, the spine is perfectly intact. Very minimal blunting. This is a quality condition comic book I have in my hands right now. Yeah, this is part 2 because I was going through and I looked at the first part and we're up to over 40 minutes, which that's a lot for one video. So I decided to bag up these other guys here in part 2. And if you're wondering, I'm using the BCW comic bags. I actually got these from Walmart.com. They're less than $10 for 100. A great deal. Okay, this is G.I. Joe number 78. Got Roadblock on the cover there. And then also, from the first part, one of the first books I got in here, I tried to separate and organize them by series when I first got them, but 2 long boxes worth of books is a lot to go through. But I found this Spider-Woman there. That was a nice surprise. I didn't expect to see that in my G.I. Joe pile. So we have G.I. Joe number 79. That's a good looking cover right there. Good looking book. to G.I. Joe number 80. And these are all Marvel comics, if you're wondering. There is a little bit of weathering and some blending on the edges, but it's a good condition book. This era of G.I. Joe is very heavy with the Dreadnoughts. Seeing a lot of those guys on the covers. And including this one, G.I. Joe number 81, Battle Force 2000 versus the Dreadnoughts. Interesting. And then we have, okay, looks like we have a new series, G.I. Joe, Order of Battle. This is number 3 and a 4-issue limited series. And it is a $1.25 back when it first came out. Here we have a full 2-page cover, extending the front and the back, it looks like. Yeah, that's from Marvel Comics. And we'll see if we have, how much of this series we have. Order of Battle, and this is number 4. So it looks like we have number 3 and 4 from this series. And then next we have G.I. Joe Tales of G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, number 2. So we're getting pretty early into this series. And I'm noticing a little bit difference here in the material. The cover is thicker, more reminiscent of something you would get today. The paper inside is still that pulpy type figure here, but this book is in incredible condition, I think, by this thicker cover. We got minimal blending on the edges, but a great looking book here. So Tales of G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, that's the series we're in right now. And it looks like we have quite a few from this. Now, I do not know if this was a continuation of the main Real American Hero series or not. Yeah, this is Tales of G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. This is number 3. And let's find out what year this is from. 1988. Okay, so we're getting more toward, getting closer to the 90s. Getting closer to a teenage Charles there. Okay. And then next we have Tales of G.I. Joe, number 4. Comic books are up to $150 at this time. So the price is going up. We see that hasn't changed. Prices are still going up. We're up to, most companies are up to $4.99 for a standard book. Some are still holding at $3.99. The guys over at McFarlane, they always try to keep things a little bit cheaper than the competition, so they're at $3.99, which was the standard for years. You know, you want to complain a little bit, but as long as the books are holding up to a standard of the price on the cover, I'm not going to complain about price increases. We have G.I. Joe number 6. Tells of G.I. Joe number 6, a real American hero. So yeah, trust me, if they were not putting out quality worth the price, I would not be putting out videos nearly daily where I review these comic books. I mean, back in these days, though, you can go down to the store and get you a giant candy bar for $1. This is Tales of G.I. Joe, Real American Hero number 7. We got Sergeant Stalker on the back to back with, I'm not sure who that is. Looks like some kind of maybe Soviet soldier. It's a very thick book. I think this is a special issue because it's, nope, the price, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're at $150, but it's a very thick book. Says, a moment ago they were enemies. Very interesting. And it looks like this is going to be the last one that I have to bag up. So this is G.I. Joe Yearbook number 3. Looks like a really big special issue here. G.I. Joe Yearbook number 4. And Tales of G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero number 1. And this is interesting here. I think we may have multiple books in this sleeve. We do. And this is G.I. Joe European Missions. Then we got Snake Eyes and Storm Shadows on the cover. And this is from $1988. And then let's see here. I think, if I'm not mistaken here. Okay, yeah, this is. So we go. Okay. So yeah, this is number 1 of the Tales of G.I. Joe Real American Hero. So this will be interesting to see what I end up with. So yeah, as far as G.I. Joe Tales of a Real American Hero, we have number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. So it looks like we're missing number 5, which who knows, it may be in those stacks of books that I have yet to go through. So let's see here. So in video number 1, we went through and bagged most of this right here. Starting with G.I. Joe number 28. And that's the G.I. Joe Real American Hero series. Up through 81. So that was a lot of books, a lot of history, a lot of years that we covered there. And then we have Tales of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, 1 through 7, -5. And then we have G.I. Joe Order of Battle, number 3 and 4. G.I. Joe Yearbook, number 3 and 4. G.I. Joe European Missions, number 3. And then we have here G.I. Joe, starring Snake Eyes and Transformers, 140. And then we have G.I. Joe Snake Eyes and Transformers, number 141. So let's see where this falls into the continuity. And these are all Marvel Comics, like I said. So this is from 1993. And like I said, these caught my attention right off. Because with the recent Energon universe that's being put out right now by Image Skybound Comics, we have a combined universe of G.I. Joe, Void Rivals, and Transformers. But apparently they did it in 1993 with this G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. So that's what I got there from the box here. And then we have, yeah, this was just, I don't know how this got put with the G.I. Joes, but we got a couple of stragglers here that we'll take a look at too. Might as well get them bagged. Like I said, when I got all of these books that were given to me, they were a whole bunch of books that were sort of organized, but kind of chaotic. And I'll be going through them bit by bit, piece by piece, in some of these longer form videos. But this is not going to be a new snack. This is going to be, you can consider this a bonus. I'm still going to be doing my regular content, Monday through Saturday, 3 p.m. Monday, usually comic books. Tuesdays, previews of what's coming up on Wednesdays, as far as new comics. Wednesdays, unboxings. For the next few Thursdays, we're going to be doing action figure unboxings. And then Friday and Saturday, more comic book talk. So that's going to continue. I will just post these randomly as I record them. So we have, this is a Marvel Comics Deathlock Special number 2. Very interesting book here. And then we have War Machine number 7. This is in incredible condition. From 1994. Yeah, no bends, tears, minimal blunting. Yeah, War Machine, The Return of Hawkeye. So that's all I'm going to do today. If you made it to the end of the video, wow. Thank you. Like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys got any of the comic books from this era here, you guys are G.I. Joe fans, hit me up in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Until then, keep reading them books. You know I'm going to. I got a whole stack here. I am out.